Um, I just like to say, although I have a very progressive way of looking at things, which isn't really that progressive, it's just probably perhaps progressive according to the the non-truths, backward shit that we do, or say, or go on about. But it's not that progressive, not really progressive at all. But I guess it's progressive for what people say out here generally to one another and to the general whatever it is out here. But it's just what's in alignment with what's going on, with the ebb and the flow of what goes on, right? The reality of it all, rather than the non-reality of it all. The things you want to make the reality. There's a veil. There's like the veil, And once that veil is removed, if the veil is gone, I mean, shit is gone. There's nothing you can do to prevent. I mean, there may be something you can do. But what can you do to prevent something from coming inside? Like, when it was time for me to understand my name, I guess I was understanding my name a long time before I actually said, hey, my name is Anthony. Looked into the mirror and gave a confirmation of a self-confirmation, self-awareness and all that stuff. But when it was time for that to happen, it happened, right? Was there anything you can do to prevent that from happening? There probably was. But did you do it? No, you didn't. Actually, you were kind of encouraging. You want me to know my name? You want me to have self-realization, self-awareness? You want me to say mama, daddy, and so on and so forth? That you didn't want me to use profanity, did you? And yet profanity was all around. And I was hearing it. At the age of 10, I had many firsts at the age of 10, many firsts at the age of 14, many firsts at the age of 24, so on and so forth. I learned what a son of a bitch meant, how to pronounce son of a bitch, and that son of a bitch actually meant something. And it was a peer group of somebody who was in my peer group, guy named Sticker, white guy named Sticker, out in Cambridge, Illinois, who broke it down to me because I was so frustrated. I just called him a son of a bitch. And he said, it's not son of a bitch, it's son of a bitch. And that's when I got my education about son of a bitch. And there was really nothing that could prevent that from happening, really. After it happened. So you can say, well, don't say son of a bitch around Anthony. Well, you can say it or not say it, but if you say it, I know what the fuck you're saying. And I'll go to school and I'll say son of a bitch around my peers and so on and so forth. And that's the way it's supposed to be. My father and my Uncle D, older than my father by a little bit. When I was 14, we were sitting in a truck, and I believe my brother was with me at the time. If he wasn't, then I do believe my brother was with me at the time. So I was 14, my brother's 2 years older than me. And now we're having an adult conversation in the car for like a change, right? And my father's going about all kind of this and all kind of that. And my uncle wants to chime in there and say, why are you talking about all this and all that around, the boys? And then somebody said something or another, and my boss was like, I bet he may be this, he may be that, ladies, man, all that stuff, talking about me in front of me, but I bet you said something about he ain't half the man I am. Okay, so I wouldn't be. Actually, when it came down to doing the do, and so on and so forth, and my uncle got invited, and he's like, man, they are doing the thing, no more about this stuff than we do. He says, yeah, well, they can do that around their peer groups, and we'll separate and do it around our peer groups. And I'm not saying right or wrong. I'm just saying this is what happened. And this is what the politics were, and the politics were going on. But I knew everything he was talking about at 14. I really did. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm not trying to say anything other than, what is in alignment with the ebb and flow of how things go. You can say, well, let's not do this and let's not do that. So I'm talking about the pink elephant in the room and all that great. I'm just saying, hey, weigh in on it if that's what you want to say. Well, let me know. I'm pretty sure no one said any goddamn thing yet. So anyways, what I'm trying to say is this. This ain't Colombia. This ain't Puerto Rico. This ain't Mexico. Mexico isn't in Mexico anymore. This is the United States of America. It's not even fucking Georgia. This is Florida. So yeah, I'm aware of that. Trust me, I'm aware of that. This ain't Cuba. Even though this is Florida. Cuba ain't that far away. That's just how things change from that block to this block. Real talk. So don't get me twisted, because I'm according with how things work in America. Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm just telling you how things go, right? I don't know nothing about burgers and fries and McDonald's and all that shit and fucking hopscotch and now hop nights and all that stuff. I'm 50 fucking 1 years old in America, Florida, Tampa. Real talk.